cards. Better put these on so I can read these cards. Shuffling the cards in the good old South American way. I will show you that one again, because perhaps you weren't watching close enough the first time. And the Chinese way. Did I hear someone? How did he get in? Oh, your drink. Just for that remark, I have something special for you. You may take this bottle right home to the dear little lady. And always remember, a bottle and a bird. A bottle and a bird. Here's the bottle. You're getting the bird. And I thank you. And I thank you. Drink heartily. Thank you. Just to show that I wouldn't fool you for the world, I'm taking this tray and place on 3 glasses and a bottle of milk up there. And I'd like you ladies to take that. And you, little friend, take that one. You may take the covering off of the straws. They're just ordinary straws. I'm going to show you how to drink milk in a rather novel way. Just make believe you're drinking that the straws now are in the bottle. Just make believe. And come on, draw. You'll see the milk. You get plenty of it there. Yes, yes. Nice milk. Kind of cream on this milk, too. You see what I mean? And of course, you would think it's going through there, but it isn't. No, it's still in the bottle. Or is the milk in you? Well, it's good milk, isn't it?
Delicious.
That's a homogenized milk.
Great.
But now, in most places, they have square bottles. They fit in the icebox. This trick is a square trick, you know. Now, how do you like the milk?
Terrific.
It's terrific, isn't it? A lovely milk? I believe you had just about enough milk, ladies, and I want to thank you. Now, always remember, and when you go home to your children, the children don't play this trick on you, because once they see that Blackstone did it on television, you won't be any living with you until you show them how the trick is done. But I'm not going to show you, because the milk, if Kitty would say, Mother, I drank all my milk, and there's the bottle. She says, you've been watching Blackstone. I thank you. I thank you. Thank all of you. This is the story of a traveling man. He decides to buy his wife a present. So he counts his money and he finds he has $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6. So he buys her a pocketbook and he spends $1, $2, $3 for a pocketbook, a real good one, a yellow one. Coming out of the store, he again counts his money and finds $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6. Says, oh, I forgot to pay the bill. There's another payday coming, so he buys a pair of shoes. And he spends $1, $2, $3 for a pair of shoes, real good ones. Yellow ones. Oh, yes. This was in the days of long, long ago. And he counts his money, $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6. Then he buys her a hat, and he spends $1, $2, $3 for a hat, a real good one. A yellow one. And again, $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6. He says, oh, I still have enough money to buy her a dress. And he does. And he spends $1, $2, $3 for a dress, a real good one. A red one. And again, $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6. So he takes the $6 and buys a scuttle of butch, goes to sleep and forgets all about the thing. And that's all. And I thank you. It's a story of a queen who was reading a book. and she read a verse which says, backward, O time in thy flight, and make me a child again, just for tonight. We'll see what we can do about it. And she went to the court jester. He's the court magician. And he devised an idea. We'll see what you think about it. Mm-hmm.
We have now another real puzzler for you. This one will really get your brain cells working. So sit back there and watch it carefully, because you just may be fooled before we're through. Here's Blackstone.
Oh, to be 60 again. Well, a little thought, a little novelty. Santa Claus's necktie. You know, Santa Claus has a lot of whiskers. And he doesn't sleep much at night on account of his whiskers. He doesn't know whether to put the whiskers underneath the blanket or over the blanket. Now, should he put his whiskers under the blanket, which tickled him. Should he put his whiskers over the blanket, almost chokes him. And you lift his whiskers up someday, and you'll find he hasn't got a necktie on. You know why? He gave it to me one night while he was asleep. I took it. Here it is, and I tear it in two. It gives me two parts. Again tearing this part in two. And here's where I fool you. Causing one to link within the other. Now figure that out. Some will say it can't be done. There it is. I'll do it again. Perhaps you weren't watching. Perhaps. Watching? Are you watching? Were you watching? It will say that a human being cannot do a trick of this kind, and I believe that person's right. If you can't figure it out, you may take it home. Take it home and study it over. And for those that don't care to figure it out, I'm going to show you just how to do it. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. First, rip it. Then, tear it. Get to the breaking point. That's where they link together. But to disconnect them, one circle of cloth. Did I say one? My mistake. There's two. Were you watching? You can't figure it out? You may take it home. Study it over.
Here's a little thing we hope you'll enjoy, and you might just check this with the Department of Weights and Measures. We have some things here that all of you ladies who make cakes at home should know. I want you to watch very carefully. This has a little bit to do with just how much sugar to put in the cake. And here he is, the great Blackstone.
An empty container. Likewise empty. Oh, yeah? Well, we'll see. I believe this one has about 3 times the capacity of this one. It's a story about at the grocery store in England. The grocery inspector, rather the king's inspector, making his rounds, found what he thought was contraband sugar. So he rushed into the store and he says, "Contraband sugar." I says, "No, my dear fellow, a conjuring trick." He says, "Oh, yeah?" He says, "Oh, yeah." Nothing. The canister empty. And he says, "We'll do it again." He says, "Can you do it again?" He says, "We certainly can," and he did it again. There you are. Take it.
On the Blackstone Show, we have a million of them, and here's just one more, and we like it. We hope you will. The Great Blackstone.
The United Nation of Dolls. Likewise, dolls of mythology, and a few others. Here we have our old friend, Raggedy Ann. The boy in blue. The Lady of Spain. Red Riding Hood. Alice in Wonderland. The girl from Brazil. And the Lady in Red. And the Blushing Bride, and a few others. These dolls represent the costumes within the trunk. Here we have Baby Bunting, the Fairy Princess. You are the Fairy Princess. And our old friend Raggedy Ann, Red Riding Hood. Of course, you remember her. And you remember this one, Alice in Wonderland, with the story of Through the Looking Glass, and the Blushing Bride. And over here, the magic gun. Should you, in shooting, hit one of the targets thusly, down would drop the doll like that. That would be your choice. And the gun. An atomic gun. I believe it'll shoot around corners. Would you mind coming up, sir? Thank you, sir. I'd like you to shoot. You shot a gun before?
Well, I'm not much of a marksman.
Just take a shot at the dolls. Not the dolls, pardon me. One of the targets above the doll. That will be your choice. Oh,
right.
Back to your seat. And the little lady over there, will you step over here? Have you shot a gun before?
No, sir.
Well, I'm mighty glad to hear that. And he just do it this way, see? And hit this, like that. Now, this gun shoots around corners. Now, in order to shoot, put that against your chin.
My chin?
Your chin, yes. No, over here. No, this way. Your left hand, I see. No. The doll's over here. You look through here. You see that little thing there? Little hole there. That little thing on top there. We'll line that, look through the hole till you hit the top of that, and to the center of one of the targets. And shoot. The targets are down here. You're shooting up there, see? You did it. Perfect. And you little lady hit Red Riding Hood. Well, folks, I'm going to show you something this time. Something for your rumpus room, for that little party. Here we have it. That beverage, that alcoholic beverage some people call whiskey. Some might call it bourbon. Others might call it scotch. I'm going to fill one glass brim full, or rather overflowing. This one is empty. We'll fill it with common water. Now the thought is to cause the whiskey to leave that glass and find its way in the glass containing the water without taking the water out of it. Then vice versa, we'll have the water to find its way to the glass containing the whiskey without taking the whiskey out of it. And I'm going to show you just how we do this little experiment. We take a playing card and the glass of water, place it over it, and turn it upside down like that. Watch, here's a good trick in itself. It doesn't fall, little capillary action. Now place that directly. When I say directly, I mean exactly that. One over the other. Now we'll cause the whiskey to leave there and find its way to the upper glass. And in order to do so, you just pull the card back like that, about 1/8 of an inch, and notice what happens. You see the whiskey's already coming to the top and the water going below in two distinct channels. See the little mark there? See the water down here? It's clever, isn't it? I guess you didn't think of that. I found that out one day just by accident. I won't tell you what caused the accident, but the water is now way down here and the whiskey's way up above. A lovely trick, too. There we have it now, almost all in the upper glass. Let's kind of let some get loose in and run away, but don't allow that to happen when you do the trick. Aha! And there we have it, folks. Now you'll say, what do we do with it? Well, you turn it upside down, the whiskey's in the upper glass, and the water in the lower glass. First you take this here, in this manner, and you drink the whiskey and take the water as a chaser. You understand? I thank you. This is an old-fashioned tea caddy used by my grandparents many, many years ago. In this side, Grandma kept a little tea. And on the other side, Grandpa kept a wall breaker there for the game of mahjong. And there it is. Now, what I intend to do, I'm going to place the little block of wood in the hat, and I'm going to ask you folks which way it shall leave the hat. It's going to leave the hat and go back into this box. And shall it be visibly or invisibly? Visibly meaning to be seen, invisibly not to see it. Which way shall it be? Anyone?
Visible.
Visibly. Oh, you want to see it leave. Watch. Hocus pocus. And up it comes and down it goes and into the box. That's what you meant? Visibly? Oh, invisibly. Well, I'll take it invisibly out of there. There it is. Now it's in the hat. Don't believe it. Well, I'll take it out again, put it in the box. Now it's in the box. No, it's gone. That's right. Remember, I put it on this side?
It's on the other side.
Oh, I meant to show you this side. I wouldn't show you one side and not the other. See what I mean? It's not there, and it's not... Oh, this side. Oh, I'll show you that side.
No, the other side.
Over here. Well, I just showed you that side.
Let's see both sides.
Oh, you want to see both sides? There you are. That one and this one.
All at the same time.
Oh, you want to see both sides at the same time. This one, it's hard to do. Your fingers aren't long enough. There you are, see?
Now open the other fourth side.
Oh, I'm trying to get the... You mean this side? Or this one, you mean?
Both at the same time.
Oh, I get you now. Yeah, you want this one open, and you want to see this one open.
Yeah.
And over here we find the little block of wood in the game of mahjong. Solid. And I thank you. Thank you. Let that be a lesson to you. And now a little thought with an old friend of ours. You remember it? Remember the morning and the night before? And you wishing it wouldn't go off the next day, or you have some excuse for not wanting to go on. You'd like to take that old piece of cloth or hit it with a hammer or an axe or an old shoe. Just take the old cloth off of the bedspread or off that little table, and here's what you would do with it. Do this. Hup! That's a good idea to cause your alarm clock to disappear. I thank you. This is a trick with life in it. Last week, for the first time, I took the liberty to do this trick. Rather cosmopolitan thought, isn't it? Digest that one. Or post it in your little red book. Rather corny, isn't it? I believe the corn always comes on the cob. Milk. Uh-oh. Almost put too much in there. That little lady down here, she looks like she likes milk. That's the little lady. And do you, come over here, sweetheart. Do you like milk?
Yes, I love it.
You love milk? Well, here's a lot of it. Oh, she says. No, you know I wouldn't throw milk at you.
Mr.
No.
Blackstone, may I have a glass of milk?
Oh, now the little girl drinks milk. But you didn't say milk 3 o'clock this morning. 3 o'clock this morning, you couldn't say milk. You know why? She was asleep. And I thank you, and I thank you for coming up. Thank you, folks. And a rabbit. And I'm going to give this rabbit away. In fact, I'm going to give it to the first boy or girl that says I. Who'd like... Oh, the little lady way over here. Come over, you win the rabbit. You were the first one to take it. Come right over. And what is your name, sweetheart?
Iris Lynn.
Iris? I used to have a kitty cat by that name. Oh, that hurts. And there's an awful nice kitty cat, too. And what's your last name?
Yopen.
Oh, roping. Just like, no.
Yopen.
Oh, joking. What?
Yopen.
Jopen.
Yopen.
Jopen. Well, anyway, it's a very nice name. Are you married?
No.
You're not married. Well, I'm going to give you the rabbit. And you take good care of it. Give it a nice home, a nice name.
Mm-hmm.
What name are you going to call it?
What?
What name do you think would be nice for it?
Michael.
Martha. This one? I think you better call this fella Robert.
Uh-huh.
You know why?
Why?
Mustaches. And girls don't have mustaches. Not until they're 90. You take good care of it. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, did you see him jump? I tell you what we better do. I think it'd be a good idea if we would wrap up the rabbit. Then your little toes won't hurt you. You know, bunny toes are awful sharp. You help me. You catch the paper right here. I'll catch it over here. And you and I wrap it nicely. There you are. And don't let it get away. It's all yours. Oh! You did it. No, but you did it. Well, it's gone. And you're to blame. You're a rabbit squeezer. Why, you squeeze the rabbit so tight. There's the result. Chocolate bonbons. Why, just to think of them, they make your mouth water. And I'm mighty glad you came up. Now, be careful going down the stairs. They're very tricky over there. Goodbye, little lady.
Bye.
Goodbye. Stairs way over there. Goodbye now.
Bye.
Goodbye. The stairs way over there. Goodbye. Goodbye yourself.
Goodbye.
Boom. Take good care of it.
I would love
You would? Well, then I'll make you a paper rabbit. Just bring that little place over here where there's a lady and I can sit down, and we're going to make a paper rabbit. And you sit right here, little lady. I'll sit over here. And I want to tell you a story that my grandfather told me. You know my grandfather. What I thought every person in this wide, wide world knew my grandfather. Santa Claus is my grandfather. What do you know about that? And he told me this story. It's a story of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago, way back in the year of 1951, way out in America, North America, United States, North America. This city right here, United States. A magician playing here, an American chap with a stubby mustache, very handsome fellow. He called a very charming young lady upon the stage to get a rabbit. But somehow she squeezed that rabbit so tight, it turned into a box of candy. And then what do you think happened? She was about to go to her seat. She said, well, where's my rabbit? Forgetting that she had squeezed it. She was a squeezer. What did the magician do? He picked the paper up. He said, I'll make a paper rabbit. And he started to make a paper rabbit, saying, this is the tail of a rabbit. And he started to put paper ears on a paper rabbit. And while making the ears, he turned to the young lady and he says, young lady, what kind of ears do you wish? And what do you think she said?
Real ears.
Real long ears. That's exactly what she said. And right between the ears came a real live bunny. Then he gave the bunny to the young lady, and she lived happily ever after. And I'm giving you this rabbit under one condition: you'll never lift it by the ears. Will you promise? It's a promise. Yours. And I thank you.
Thank you.
Thank me? Well, I thank you. Early this evening, we had some very charming people up here. Some very nice people. I'd like, and I wish they'd all come up again. The folks right over there, new folks over there. And the little lady sitting over there, that's a new lady just came in. Would you mind coming up again? That's it. And if you have any desire of stepping up here, you may do so. It's a very nice thought of getting pictures. And you're all here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do this time. I'd like, well, let's step over there. And then you right next to him. You, and you. And you come over here. You right there. I want you to take the deck of cards. Do not let loose of the deck. These folks are on your detail, your committee. And the rest of you horse thieves, just step over this way. Come right over here, just a little bit. Watch the bottom of the deck, it ain't no last card, you see. Watch the bottom of the deck, it ain't no last card. I'll trouble you to, well, just a moment, hold the deck. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to cause the thoughts of these people to pass through this four on this side. Now, you may call this mind reading, mental telepathy. Call it anything you like. I call it good entertainment. And now you may shuffle the cards while I turn my back, returning the deck to me. Now break or cut the deck in a manner like that, allowing these people to see a card. That will be your chosen thought. Do not, I repeat that, do not let that thought be known to the members of the intelligentsia, those over there with the high foreheads, the nobility. Thusly. Do you see it? I'm doing a card trick. Now, folks, I'm going to strike 3 times in a manner like this. 1, 2, 3. And when I say 3, not before. When I say 3, I'd like you to name a card that's uppermost on your mind. Would you mind taking 2 paces forward? Ha! Those are the days. I'd like you to think of the card. You're thinking. You're bragging. Here's where I get that thought away from him. Try not to give it to me. You can't help yourself. I've got it. Now they've got it. And if you think otherwise, listen to what the majority of these folks say when I count three. Not one knows what the other is going to say. Now get ready. When I count three, speak together and speak out loud. Get ready. 1, 2, 3.
Ace of clubs.
Ace of clubs. Right? Right? Right. Folks, you couldn't have done any better if you had rehearsed it. And honor bright, at any time, did I mention the words ace of clubs to you?
No.
Or to you folks?
No.
It's a miracle. Either a miracle or a colossal swindle. And I want to thank you, and I thank you folks for coming up. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Good evening. Story. It's the story of, many, many years ago, way back in Persia. Many, many years ago. There lived a beautiful princess, and she was very happy, as only a princess could be. But one day she incurred the wrath of a wicked witch. And this witch turned her into a bird, a tiny little bird, then put her in a cage to live there forever and ever. And to this day, nobody has been able to discover the secret of the spell. Now we're going to try and break that secret of the spell. We're going to try to get the bird out of that cage. And this is Princess Jorinda that I've been telling you about. I'm going to ask this little gentleman here, what's your name, Clark Gable? Come right over here, mister. And you put your hand on the bottom of the cage. And you, Butch, on top. And you there, Martha Ray, in front. And you there, Shirley Temple, put your hand in front here, too. And you there, Mr. Fullerbrush, will you step over here? Put your hand over here on this side. That's it. You cut your own hair? No, you don't, do you? And would you mind putting your hand over here? And you, Bette Davis, you put your hand on top. And you, Jane Powell, will you come over here and put your hand in the back of the cage, right back here, in the back, way back here. The back is always on the back of the cage. And don't press quite so that you might hurt the princess. And would you put your hand over here, too? Miss Lawrence, is that right? Yes, that's right. And you little lady, you're falling asleep. You better put your hand over here. Right here. And you, what's your name, Iris? Well, you, Iris, that's part of the eye. Well, you say, put your eye, put it, how? And the princess is gone.
Blackstone, how... Who's that?
Story, and I call it The Secret of the Crystal Casket. glass. Thick glass.